Okay, you don't like the 51st state? Guess what? We didn't like it that you didn't pay for NATO for years, but that didn't stop us from coming to Canada or evaluating Canadian products based on their merit and their value.
You recently did spark some controversy on this when you said, you know, there are reasons President Trump and his team refer to Canada as mean and nasty to deal with. Do you stand by those comments? Do you regret those at all?
No, I mean,
I think that it would be helpful for Canadians to know exactly what you would do when it comes to tariffs. So why are you being so reticent to talk about that?
Because I'm a good negotiator. I have negotiated a number of situations in the past. I know how to manage crises.
Elbows up.
Elbows up.
How many kids did you molest with Jeffrey Epstein?
More than just elbows.
Oh, yeah.
A deadline is looming Friday. If there is no trade deal between Canada and the United States, President Trump says Canada is going to get hit with more tariffs on more products. And how timely. We have U.S. Ambassador to Canada, Pete Hoekstra. Welcome to CTV Morning Live.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
Is there any chance of a deal by Friday?
Sure, there's a chance of a deal. It's Wednesday today, so you've got at least 48 hours and maybe up to 72 hours, but a lot of things happen at a close of a negotiation. Hopefully there's a good level of cooperation between the participants and they get there.
We've seen other countries kind of getting hit with a baseline of 15%. Is zero off the table? Should Canadians just face the fact that there's going to be some sort of tariff on more products, or is zero still a possibility?
I mean, I think you have to listen to what the president says. When he started early, or this process early on, he said every country will pay some level of tariffs. I think, you know, the objective, I'm not negotiating for the Canadians, I'm there supporting our president, but, you know, I would think that the Canadians are looking to get into, you know, the lowest bucket of tariffs that's available.
Why should there be tariffs? Why do we need more taxes on products? Because that's what a tariff is. It adds to the cost.
Well, it also provides incentives for certain kinds of behavior. One of the things that we're looking for is we're looking towards moving more manufacturing, more jobs, critical industries into the United States, that we need to be strong and to be effective on a global basis. You know, the president came into office and had a number of challenges that he wanted to fix. He told us what they were. He wanted to fix our economic crisis. He wanted to fix our border crisis. He wanted the West to be strong militarily, and slowly he's knocking each of those out. Revitalize the American economy. You know, passed a tax bill that we think will do that. That's good for us, and I think what's good for the U.S. Is good for Canada. Just like if Canada's prospering, there are spillover effects into the United States. When we're both doing well, that's what we're looking for.
You spoke to the Winnipeg Chamber of Commerce yesterday to an event, and you said that you believe that, you know, we can come out of this with as strong a partnership, if not even stronger. You described the relationship as a cloth. Right now it's being stretched and reshaped. We can't break it. But I think a lot of Canadians maybe don't have your optimism that the partnership can be stronger because of the 51st state talk, because of this ongoing trade war negotiations. Why do you think it can be just as strong, if not stronger?
Because, you know, you've gone through it. We've seen it, and you know, in your business, there is so much change going on. With change, there's opportunity. Okay, AI is going to be a huge new industry. Needs energy. The U.S. and Canada can work together on that. Critical minerals. You know, that's going to be an opportunity for both countries. We face some of the same common challenges. The threat from China, economically and militarily. We will, you know, to protect the continent militarily, we are going to have to cooperate, I believe. I hope Canada believes the same thing. To compete effectively on a global basis, to compete against the challenge from China. We do better when we do those kinds of things together. There are more opportunities for us to collaborate, grow this relationship, and make us stronger because of what's going to happen on a global basis.
Do you understand why some Canadians are upset with your president when he talks about the 51st state, and why some of them don't want to travel, why provinces are banning it? Do you understand why?
In reality, I've talked to a lot of Canadians, and I will be the first to admit I still don't fully understand how personal and how aggressive some Canadians have become on this issue. Okay, so no, I don't fully understand it. I understand that those feelings exist. They're part of my reality, but they don't really exist on the other side of the border. Americans are not banning the sale of Canadian products into America. I've asked a lot of places, what's American tourism doing? And they say, it's the same, if not up this year. Americans still love Canada. We're coming here. We're spending American dollars in Canada because we view Canada as a friendly country. And even though, we both have warts, okay? You don't like the 51st state? Guess what? We didn't like it that you didn't pay for NATO for years. But that didn't stop us from coming to Canada or evaluating Canadian products based on their merit and their value.
You recently did spark some controversy on this when you said, there are reasons President Trump and his team refer to Canada as mean and nasty to deal with. Do you stand by those comments? Do you regret those at all?
No, I mean, I'm quoting the President of the United States. I'm quoting my boss. Do I regret quoting my boss? No, I support my boss, absolutely.
Is it hard to work for your boss when he says some of the things he says, and you're supposed to be a diplomat?
What I like about Donald Trump is Donald Trump makes very clear where he's going and what his objectives are. He wants prosperity for the American people. He wants security and stability. He wants a strong, Western world militarily. He wants to end the killing in Ukraine. He wants peace and stability in the Middle East. You know exactly where he's going. Someone asked yesterday, is there any flexibility in his strategy? Yes, he knows where he's going, and if a strategy is not working, he's more than willing to adjust the strategy, but he's not adjusting the end point. Just saying, okay, I've had a strategy in place. I'm not getting the results that I want. Okay, I'll try some other way to get there.
Pete Hoekstra, U.S. Ambassador to Canada, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, yeah. Keith Baldry for more tariff talk. Keith, U.S. Ambassador to Canada Pete Hoekstra made some, let's call them interesting comments today about relations between our two countries, and he theorized why President Trump calls Canadians mean and nasty.
Yeah, he was just south of the border today in Bellevue, Washington, at a conference there, talking to 200 people or so. Caught inadvertently, I think, on audio, talking about why Donald Trump considers Canada to be so mean and nasty. In his words, is because we won't travel to the States and we won't buy U.S. liquor. Here's Ambassador to Canada for the United States, Mr. Hoekstra.
Canadians stay home, but that's their business. I don't like it, but if that's what they want to do, it's fine. You want to ban American alcohol, that's fine. It doesn't necessarily send real positive signals in terms of they're treating us well. There are reasons why the president and some of his team refer to Canada as being mean and nasty to deal with, okay, because of some of those steps. But, that's Canadians' business, not mine.
So again, that's Mr. Hoekstra's characterization of why Trump thinks we're so mean and nasty. BC Premier David Eby, very quick to respond here, issuing a statement saying today Trump's ambassador to Canada suggested that Canadians are mean and nasty for staying here in our country instead of traveling to the United States, and for boycotting American liquor. Clearly, our efforts are having an impact. He went on to say, so I say to my fellow Canadians, keep it up. Keep buying Canadian. Keep your vacations Canadian. We would take these attacks on our jobs, our economy, and our sovereignty lying down. We won't do that, which, again, stand strong together. Sorry, I'm having difficulty with these graphics because my screen in front of me has suddenly become a little blurry. But again, that's the response from David Eby today. The Premier saying this is actually working in BC's interest. It shows we got the Americans' attention when it comes to boycotting travel and liquor sales. Tomorrow, of course, the Prime Minister will be meeting with the Premiers. Very unusual. The Premiers usually gather on their own. Prime Ministers don't usually attend Premiers' meetings. This has now become a First Minister's meeting. And, of course, tariffs are the #1 item on the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.